Today I have the organic metal jewelry storage tower from West Elm, and it is right here, and I want to give this storage tower a positive review. I like the look, I like the finish. It's handy for putting a handful of rings, some little wristbands or bracelets here. You can have some necklaces down here and more necklaces or some bulkier jewelry over here. So I think it's a very trendy look. It's got that organic look where, you know, everything's just a little bit asymmetrical in a pleasant way, so that you've got you know, something that looks really charming on your nightstand. Probably it would look best on your dresser. It could also work in your closet if you just want some aesthetic place to set your jewelry. Now I'm showing it to you in just plain daylight. I don't have any lights on. This is just the afternoon light here at about 9 o'clock in Boston. I do want to know one thing that you might want to know. This is the large 12-inch tower. In my opinion, this picture online looks a little bit dark relative to how it actually looks. Maybe that comes down to your eye. I don't think that West Elm's really trying to be misleading here, but you have to keep in mind they probably had a photographer who lit this to be, you know, as interesting as possible. Then they probably sent it over to someone else who did the color correction on the photo, and you can see how deep the black is over on this vase. And I think that also they, you know, brought down the shadows and the darks in this image when they adjusted the curves, and they just accentuated the shadows too much. So you got too much contrast and too much saturation in this image. It's one of my gripes with retail, and it's actually one of the reasons that I like making these types of reviews, because I really want to show you what the product looks like in real life so that you have a good idea and you can decide if it's right for you. They also have a small 6.5-inch version. This might be useful if you want to show them together on your shelf. I didn't grab the 6.5-inch version because I want to be able to store more stuff. I don't want something taking up shelf space if it can only store a few items. So anyway, that's the tower. I think that at $59, it's a good buy. I picked it up even though I didn't need it immediately, because this type of item often goes away after a season or two, and then they just replace it with something that's different in case that catches on, because they can only have so many SKUs. And I really like this look. I think that the organic look is very charming, and it just looks aesthetic enough that you really could set this out on a dresser, and it's functional, but it's also aesthetic. So I'd give this a good review, and I'd encourage you to get it if you could use some kind of storage like this, and if you like that organic style.